Yeah, my mic should be working right now. I think, at least. Yes? Yeah, I do. Is the one. Fucking hell. No, wait. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's working. For some reason, both OBS and YouTube were fucking with me tonight. During the most important time of the season. As, well, what I noticed my mic was not on. It was DNF in 117.7. And Provision in pole position, but down to P7. It's Buell ahead of Tycho. Tycho, of course, big favorite for the championship. It was a 6 votes in the poll. And all of them were for Tycho to take the championship. I can lower my mic a bit. Should be a bit better. But yeah, looking at... well, we still have 11 minutes to go. It was not a deal indeed. I'm happy it was... I picked it up quite early in qualifying. Otherwise it would have been a hell for highlights as well. But yeah, DNF down to P8 now. And Alex did manage to be there in time. And Frida and Gab. Yeah, it's well, no, not really that tight of a fight between Tycho and DNF. 12 points separating both of them. Logan is currently in P3. 23 points ahead of Gab in P4. Quite a big gap, so Logan for P3 is, well, I guess confirmed. It is good for him. But it's still a close fight between Gab, Peter Penalty. 3 points between them. And 11 points to win Frida in P6. still a big gap as well for Winfried to get into the top 5. So it's going to be the battle for the championship. Tigo and DNF. Yep, there's DNF in the pit lane. Tigo on an outlap. He will start his lap sooner rather than later. So let's head on board with the Alfa Romeo driver. The next chicane. Always tricky to not go into the gravel and take too much speed through there. So it's a bit of a balancing act as he goes purple in sector 1. A tenth faster in his own time. Really on par with Buell in the Red Bull. And this upward turn to the right, followed by upcoming chicane as Tigo takes purple in sector 2 as well. But the uphill right-hander, always difficult to go on throttle. I expect many drivers to spin there. Only one turn left. Well, actually two. This is not one, and the last one is this one. A small kink, but full flat out, and indeed goes below the 116. 3 tenths faster than Buell. Oh, 159, the target to beat. Not sure if anyone can do it. Tigo has been quite in form. Enough on an outlap. And I need to quickly alt tap. And minimize this one right here. Yep. There we go. Alright, DNF, what do you have in store for us tonight? Still 8 minutes left. Two hot laps at least. Oh. Is it me or is it DNF? I think DNF is struggling with his internet connection. Quite unfortunate for the Williams driver. His teammate just crossed the line. Yeah, that's DNF leaving the session as well. Is the championship title gonna be decided by internet issues? Oh, and Smooth Criminal. He did his hot lap, his fastest lap. So far is a 169 P3, but a second slower than Tigo. There is still a lot of room for improvement. 7 tenths to P2 as well. Buell. And same story for everyone. P1, P2 close, and it's a big gap to P3 and 3 tenths to P4, and that's getting closer and closer. Right, so I think P7 on outlap. 17.4. Currently battling with the penalty for starting positions. And there's Buell in the background in the gravel. Out of the way for everyone, I guess. And lights out tonight, joined by Destroy. Of course, back from his honeymoon. Still had a busy couple of weeks. And currently only just a reserve, but he will probably, hopefully, be full time next season. So we can enjoy Destroy his racing. Yes, lights out goes a tenth faster, taking purple sector 1. Yellow flag behind him. Slow driving cars. And then it is the difficult right-hander uphill. DNF joining back again. Luckily, still 5 minutes on the clock. And then 14 and 15. And lights out, invalidating his fast lap there in turn 15. It's so easy to do. There's a lot of runoff area to go there, and you have to take a bit too much speed. Oh, taking foam cutout boards as well. Too much speed through turn 14, and you're doomed to go wide in 15. And hopefully not in the barriers for any of our drivers. Vince, his wheel is back from the dead. His wheel was at the repair shop. Could not make the last, I don't know, 5-6 races. But his wheel is repaired just in time for round 8. I see in the standings, yep, he drove 1 race. I think it was the first one in Miami. Currently sitting on 10 points. Tied with Chris. Alex McMine in P20, 9 points. Anyone starting a hot lap? No, but, is it Vince? Yep, Vince. In Alpine, let's see what he can do. Turns 2, 3 and 4 it is. The first tiny bit of kink at start-finish line is turn 1. Chicane is 2, 3 and 4, and that's 5 and 6. Where you can go on the gravel, and purple sector 1 for Vince. You've seen Lights Out do the same, and then bottling it in turn 15. And turn 12 and 13 is the uphill right-hander. Purple sector 2. A big flyer for the Dutchman, Vince Vulman in the Alpine. Only, well, another kink here. Full throttle, turn 16, turn 17, 18, both to the right of 90 degrees. And taking it easy through turn 18. Not using the curb to his maximum potential, but he does go to P3. 1:16.7. Good effort by the Alpine driver. Ahead of Smooth Criminal, still half a second behind Bjorn. On an outlap. Had a lot of dirt on the car as he went off track a few minutes ago. And yeah, but it was by the penalty who jumped to P6. We have eyes on his teammate, Dr. DNF. Last time his connection was not good. Let's call it that. Oh. And right now his racecraft is not good. For his qualifying pace. A bit too early on throttle, I think. Or a bit too fast. Losing the rear end into the gravel pitch. Long left. If he, yeah, he can still do another hot lap. If he pushes real hard. And probably with a full battery as well. So no, all gonna come down to his first and, well, no, second. His first lap was 17.7. Not representable for current runner-up in the standings. And he has Tigo behind him. Tigo is on a hot lap. Hindered by his championship rival DNF. How much time is that going to cost him? He is faster. He's going faster. And ooh, giving it his all, but he's in P1. Quite a nice margin to Buell in P2, 3/10. A big tank slapper. Voor de Alfa Romeo. And what about Buell? Can he go faster? I haven't seen his sector 1 and sector 2 times. Overstart finish. Nope, he went slower because he's starting his hot lap right now. 50% battery left. Not sure if it is gonna be enough. Well, what does he DNF? 4.5 seconds faster than his first try. What was 77? 4 tenths in sector 1. What about sector 2? Sector 2. Timing line 7 tenths down. He's improving and with another 3 tenths. It's gonna be probably not gonna be enough for DNF. He will jump a lot in the standings. We'll go to top 4 currently. Did the crossing line in P4 ahead of Smooth Criminal and behind Vince Fulman. What about DNF? The DNF indeed top 4, 16.8. Almost a second behind Tycho. And anyone else on track? Lights at. Nope. Daniel still on. Nope, he's a lot slower than he was previously. What about Jody Pitch? Is he gonna go faster? Excuse me. Nope. He won't do it. Who's out on track? Nope, it's only Daniel and Jody Pitch. So... It's Tycho taking pole position. Heading into the last race. A championship decider here in Imola. 19 turns. And 15.9 for Tycho. Buell taking home the car in P2 for the qualifying ahead of Finch. That's DNF, Pintita, Smooth Criminal, Winfrieda, pay the penalty, Sora, Gap closing out the top 10 ahead of Lights Out, Dino, Alex McMahon, Jordy Pitch, Destroy and Dodge Full Artist. Indeed, an unlucky qualifying for JP. But Imola turn 1, always gonna be some chaos. So an easy opportunity to overtake some unfortunate drivers. Indeed, smooth sailing for Tycho in the qualifying. JPEG joining as well. He was left from the back. 3.3 seconds dodgeful to Tycho. I guess that is tier 2 here in OGKROE. A few competitive drivers at the top. And then drivers who've been with us for quite some time already. Newcomers through the season and through season 2. And now it's waiting on everyone to correctly load to the AA servers. Won't be successful every time. 9 of 10 times there's no issues and ooh. Now this is gonna be interesting. A wet start. Here in Imola. It's looking like intermediate tires. It's nice to see Chris cheering on Dodgeful in the Discord chat. Hoping for Dodgeful to get his to get some more points in OGKROE. And you need intermediate tires. I'll get the lap data. Intermediates for everyone. Interval. Let that be damned. We need to be ready for 32 laps here in Imola. Everyone is warming up. The tires, the green tires. Not the most extreme of the compound, of the two compounds. Of course, it's still blue. The extreme wet tire, whatever you want to call them. And Ippo also deciding to join. Everyone taking their time to get a lot of temperature in these tires. They are going to be crucial at the start, especially heading into turn 1. Any cold tires and the small lockup is going to be a disaster, especially for lap 1 incidents. Oh, Alex and Dodgeville colliding, probably disqualifying each other. As I said before, it is 12 points separating Tycho and DNF in the standings. But it's 3 positions between DNF and Tycho. Tycho showing why he is championship leader with a 3/10 margin to the whole field, to Buell. Oh, I think they're getting disqualified. Probably for starting procedures. With a penalty as well. Sorga as well. Lights out as well. And Gap. 8 races they've had to practice. Dynamo Destroy as well. Well, GG's almost half the field. But the lights are turning on. One by one. 5 flickering lights of the Red Bull and Alpine. And we are off. Who has the better start? Can we see a different angle? I'm not sure. It's looking like DNF already overtook Fins. P3 for now. Where is DNF? There he is. Almost clean negative in front of him. Still some debris on track. Flying away. Probably some front wing and plates. But the penalty still in P8. Invergina P7. Dynamo in P6. Fins with a bad start. Same for Gap. Gap probably colliding with someone. As both him, Dodgeville, Destroy and Ippo all the way at the back of the grid. And some people forced wide into the gravel in the background. But it's already DNF taking a crucial position ahead of Fins. And Fins down to P5. Smooth Criminal pushing in his Aston Martin. Brings the stop strategy. Looking like a full wet race, but you never know with EA games. They will fuck you up somehow. And lights out causing a yellow in sector 2. Not keeping the car between the white lines. Probably spinning an uphill right hander of turn 12. By 13. And already a gap forming between DNF and Smooth Criminal and Buell. Tycho taking the fastest lap. Another yellow, this time in sector 3. DNF goes fastest through sector 3. Gap after his first lap incident. Already back into P10, P12. And Ippo had a decent start heading into the last race. Now from 17th to 11th. And I think that was the worst start of them all. Losing 8 positions after only 1 lap. Was that the best start? Yep. Ippo and enjoy the pitch, as I said, indeed. Lap 1. Turn 1 chaos. And right now he's ahead of his teammates. And really pushing pay the penalty in front of him. Penalty looking to steal away P4 in the championship standings. Currently he is 3 points behind, and P8 is 3 points at the top of my head. Out of the gap in P13, struggling in the rain. Doing a good job, there's still 30 laps to go. Winfrieda, Vince Vollman, Smooth Criminal, tied in a battle for P4. Zora slowly closing the gap as well. To Winfrieda. Tigo taking another fastest lap. Destroy already went into the pit lane. Let's see all the intermediate tires and their lap count. The tire life. Ooh, Smooth Criminal losing his gear and that's going to be an easy overtake for the Alpine. Vince Vollman back into P4. And Zora indeed closed the gap to Winfrieda. But the penalty could not really keep up with him. Still 1.7 seconds behind the pack of Vince Smooth, Winfrieda and Zora. And at the back of the field, it is Daniel, Gap and Ippo fighting for P10. Pintita is there as well. Danilo losing quite some time. A lot of time actually. There is Dutch for already gaining a penalty, 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. And that's what we are used to for Dutch for. Yellow sector 3, 4. Ooh, was it Winfrieda? Yes, it is indeed was Winfrieda. Didn't see any damage. And Gap almost went straight into the back of him. As the car of Winfrieda did not stop ghosting. Had to slam the brakes and then that he is getting overtaken by Danilo. Oh, and Danilo, nope, yeah, indeed it is Danilo, forced wide. Had to take the gravel off and going down to P13. Well, indeed, Logan, if it was due racing, would have been an easy win. It would have been the best ending to season 3 for you. And heading into season 4. Championship next season is gonna be a minimal goal. A minimal expectation, I would say. Smooth sailing for Smooth Criminal and Zora currently. P5 and P6 doing a decent job in the constructor championship right now. Not really sure where they are in the standings. P6. 12 points behind the Red Bull. You need a lot of pressure, but you can cope with it, Logan. You know you're fast, just don't spin. That'll be a nice lesson to drive with a lot of pressure on your shoulders. Stigo won't be there helping you in tier 2. Moving to Berlin, and if he takes the championship, he would be promoted to tier 1. And it looks like Buell can't keep up with Tigo. Younev still 1.7 seconds behind the Red Bull driver. And Vince, well, showing some decent pace after he's been away for 5, 6, 7 weeks. P4, 5 seconds behind the top 3. Only a tiny buffer to both Alfa Romeos, or Aston Martins. What about the battery situation? It's 87 for Tigo. Be all about the same. Oh, DNF really using a lot to keep up with the drivers in front of him. 100% less And Tigo and Buell. What about Vince? Nothing for Vince. But there's still something left in the tank for Vince Foreman, as he needs to use it. In the background, pay the penalty. And Jordan Pitch and Sora fighting each other. Smooth Grimble close the gap to Vince Foreman. Well, more than a second right now. It's still joyoing around that 1 second mark. Currently there's no DRS in use. It's going to be a bit easier for Vince to defend off the Aston Martin. Especially when Smooth Criminal gains a time penalty. 3 seconds for multiple track limit warnings. Same for Dodgeville. And Tigo. Another faster lap for him. Widening or getting a bigger gap. And in the meantime, gap overtaking Winfrida. Must have been on the inside heading into turn 17, I guess. And his next goal is going to be Ippo. Currently he is driving in the points in P10. Winfrida and P10 are close behind him. Dano heading into the pit lane. And changing to the hard tires as Dodgeville retires over start finish and causing a safety car. Okay. But with Dino pitting to the hard tire, what are the race leaders gonna do? Where's Tigo? Still whole sector 3 left. First to cross the pit lane. And 3 is gonna be Destroy. Destroy indeed in the pit lane. Oh, taking a 5 seconds. 5 second time penalty for speeding as well. But of course Destroy can take a lot of risk. What about Tigo? Tigo into the pit lane? No, Tigo staying out. Buell going in. DNF, what about you? Slowing down a lot and staying out. Drive to penalty for lights out, that's gonna suck. Where is he? He's bringing P13. He's gonna be at the back of the grid. After he is gonna serve his drive through penalty. Vince in the pit lane as well. Smooth Criminal, Sora per the penalty staying out. Jordy Pitch staying out. Ippo staying out and Frida going in. Same together with Gap. Tita going in, lights out. Heading in. What about Alex? Alex is staying out. Well, DRS has not been enabled in the previous laps, and usually the correct call to go to the right tires is when DRS is enabled again. And the drivers at the back of the grid, I mean, they can take a lot of risk to hopefully have it pay off and gain some decent points. But Buell, he was driving in P2. Tigo not heading in. I would say follow Tigo. Don't go in. And DNF did the same, staying out. Smooth Criminal Sora by the penalty, staying out as well. Hello Adam. Sora is indeed going into the pit lane. That's quite a late call. Which is going to cost him a lot of time. Hard tires as well. Where's he going to end up? Behind Buell, behind Jordy Pitch. Oh, Jordy Pitch into the pit lane as well. Even gaining a 5 second time penalty. Sora's heading out of the pit lane in P7, so not that much positions lost. position changes, of course, it's going to be... yeah, Ippo indeed gaining 11 positions because everyone in front of him almost or was involved in some incident or went to the pit lane. As Petita is indeed a late pitter as well. Whoa. Okay. So this is gonna be a dry race until the end because you did make the correct call. Tigo DNS move, pay the penalty. Everyone on the intermediate is heading into the pit lane. And enjoy the pitch getting a what? Another drive-through? Oh, the lights out again a drive-through. So it's gonna be enjoy the pitch and lights out at the back of the grid. And Tigo, well, only losing 2 positions. But there are some interesting tire choices. Soft tires for Ippo and DNF. Probably a soft to hard strategy. Not really up to date with the tire wear at Imola. I'm assuming well, soft tires won't last to the end, and mediums probably won't as well. Medium soft, and soft hard to hard to soft. Alex is still out. Enjoy the pitch. Trying to get rid of his drive-through, I don't know. But you can't during a safety car. You can in the next lap. Safety car is in this lap. But this Buell, indeed, with the risky call, which is paying off. Same for Sora. In P2. Buell dictating the pace. And it's already completely dry in Imola. At least the track is dry. Only after 4 laps. Okay, well done, I guess. And what about the safety car restarts? Is DNF? Yep, DNF is indeed jumping Tigo. Currently in P3, will be on the inside. Into turn 2. Can he do something more? Can he overtake Sora? And nope, never mind. He needs to defend off Alex in P5 on the intermediate tires. Yellow sector 1, Dano retiring from the session. Yep, getting a position on Smooth Criminal. And it is DNF and Tigo. Oh, DNF on the inside and then risky chicane, but overtaking Tigo and Sora. 2 positions gained in 1 lap on those soft tires. It is indeed paying off for him. Only now. Thought about the end of the race. He is looking to get Buell in front of him as well. Heading into... what is it? Turn 9. And then a small... to the left. Smooth Criminal gaining a position back for Gap. Build the right-hander. How about the temperatures in these tires? It's looking good for Buell so far. And for DNF, of course. Already a decent gap. Just working behind on the hard tires into Tigo. Daarna leaving the session after he retired. Joy the pitch into the pit lane, serving his drive-through penalty. Alex mine is dropping loads of places on those intermediate tires. DNF taking fastest lap, of course, as expected. But is he gonna overtake the leading position? Yes, he is. A lot more speed over the straight, heading into turn 2. And taking fastest lap. On those hard tires. Mine fighting into the pit lane, guides out in the pit lane, serving his drive-through penalty. In the meantime, indeed, DNF overtaking Buell. Tigo was shortly in P4. What was on for DNF? Is he using a lot of DRS? I think so. And agree at 70%. What about Buell? Yeah, a lot more. Oh, and Buell is indeed using DRS as well. Hoping to stay within that 1 second mark. Use the DRS to his advantage on those on the harder compound. Knowing the harder compound will last a whole lot longer than the soft tires. Penalty looking to go. Oh, DNF. Oh no, DNF is off track. How did he manage to do that? Another safety car as well. And yep, luckily he can go straight into the pit lane. Oh. I don't know what happened to DNF, but he just threw away everything. Those are the risks you are willing to take when you're 12 points behind in the championship. Of course, high risk, high reward, but also losing too much. P12, hard tires, back of the grid, and he can close the gap to everyone. Thanks to the safety car he caused. But he won't be happy about that. Well, another opportunity to look at the positions gained. Indeed, you would think it's over. It's 12 points, Haley. It's going to be so difficult for DNF to score more than 12 points. First of all, he would need to be in P3. At least. And Tigo not scoring any. Or in P9. Yeah, Tigo P9, DNF P3. I think that would work for DNF to take the championship. But, well, yeah. Probability-wise, it's indeed going to be really, really tough. No, actually, mine heading wide. He's still on the intermediates. No, he's not. But yeah, position changes. Ippo, just staying out of all the chaos. Gaining 11. Sora gap. Actually good running from gap. Went to P17 after only a few turns. And currently in P4. Gaining 6 positions from where he started. Sora in P3. Smooth Criminal in 5. Pinty Tesselvar on a DS recovery race. Back into P7. Loser van Mal is DNF and Vince. Losing 8 and 9 positions respectively. Vince already on 3 stops. That might be the reason why he is so far down. There's still something to fight for in the constructors for Williams. Oh, safety car in this lap. Nice, it's quite fast. Let's see, Alfa Romeo 214, Williams 176 or 67. Yeah, in this space. Tigo takes home the constructor championship as well. There's at least a championship for Logan. The constructors. Already underway. Was a quick restart for Buell. Half a second ahead of Tigo. And already creating a decent gap to Sora and Gap behind him. Smooth Criminal in a tight fight with Gap. Trying a short switch back, but it's really difficult here in Imola to do a switch back. Only really one line. And that one line is superior. Racing line. Background was Pintita overtaking Ippo. Ippo on hard almost soft tires. Curious to see how long they will last. We're really 5 laps into them. Goes to the 2. Ooh, that's for Vince. Not having the comeback he hoped for. Destroy being ghosted as he is getting lapped by the field. Angrily led by Buell. Pigo in a short while. And Sora and Gap not keeping up with the 2 front runners. He's way too fast on his hard tires. 7 and 5 laps. No big difference. Switching or swapping fastest laps. 90.3 so far for Pigo. Halfway through the race. Lights out now Tauri on 8th lap old medium tires, looking to overtake Ippo and the Red Bull. And when is he gonna do it? Because Winfrieda is behind him, pressuring him. Winfrieda's again on. Ooh, that's a late braking by Winfrieda. What about the exit? Is he compromising his exit? No, he's not. He's still decently enough close, heading into one of the difficult parts of the track, the uphill right-hander. Gaining a lot of time. Much more top speed for the Ferrari. Next up is going to be the chicane, turn 14, 15. All about the exit out of 15 for the win down to through 16 and 17. And the exit is indeed way better for Lights Out and Winfrieda. And how much risk is Winfrieda gonna take it? Breaking downhill into 17, not too much. He's still staying behind. Probably waiting for a small mistake by Lights Out. Out of exit, DRS enabled. And Lights Out can't get ahead of Ippo using raw top speed. Winfrieda still not close enough. So another lap for Winfrieda to compromise on the bad exit by Lights Out, and already there he is. Yep, Lights Out knows it. Easy overtake from Winfrieda. Next stop is gonna be Ippo, and with the penalty is looking for Lights Out his ass as well. Bringing Joy the pitch with him. For a battle for P7. We love to see it for the last few points positions. P7, 8, 9 and 10. And everyone on the mediums except for Ippo. Ippo changing to the soft tires during the first safety car and not choosing another option. And it's an easy overtake for pay the penalty on the inside, out braking. But what about the exit out of turn 17? It was better for Lights Out, but pay the penalty. Elbows wide and rear wing open. No DRS for Lights Out, which means Joy the pitch. An easy overtake, too much overspeed. Heading into turn 2. Alex McMahon causing a brief yellow flag. But back on his wheels again. Ooh, and another overtake by Joy the pitch. This time on pay the penalty. And pay the penalty make a mistake. Leading up to the overtake by Joy the pitch. As Winfrieda compromising on those soft tires, wearing down. Oh, it's Winfrieda not compromising on it. He's retiring from the session. Where even is his car? Third safety car out on track? I don't... how? Where is he? Huh? I have no clue what happened. I couldn't even see his car, and suddenly he's retired. In turn 9, weird spot to park a car as well. Okay. Well, third safety car. Would have been nice if it was a virtual safety car, because the car is already gone. The Ferrari. And people are pitting. A lucky pit holder boy is DNF in P6. Oh, yeah. Everyone in front of him is pitting. The medium tires or the soft tires. They're getting golf from Mark, is it? To get back into the pit and change the tires. Because the mediums won't last and the softs certainly won't. Well, DNF, he will be a bit happier in his car, driving in P6. Not having to overtake, what is it? Everyone down to P12, P11. Still P6. And Tiro and P2, it's not going to be enough. Haley might be right. It isn't over till the end. I'm curious if hard gunners of Gap, Sora, Tigo and Biel actually need to do another pit stop. Probably to the soft tires, or if they can manage your tires all the way to the end. How much longer for the safety car? I hope it's gonna be safety car in this lap message. At least in this lap. Hopefully. Otherwise it's gonna be next lap. And then we'll have 11 laps to the end. Laps for DNF to do his best to claw back to the front of the pack and hoping for Tigo to crash out or to retire or whatever. He needs to hope for a miracle if he wants to do to become champion in OGKROE for once. I believe it was the runner-up in season 1 behind Phil. And the runner-up in season 2 behind Eggman. Now he's gonna end up as a runner-up behind Tigo. DNF looking like he is doomed for a championship. With this performance from DNF, runner-ups in all 3 seasons, you would think he's capable to drive in tier 1. And I wouldn't be the only one. I had to think like that. Many tier 1 drivers even. Still DNF, get your fat ass over here. But is a 3-time runner-up even worthy of heading into tier 1? All questions, and I guess we'll never know. And I hope DNF indeed takes the opportunity to drive into tier 1. And I hope he has a bit of time to practice and show his skills against his former rival Phil. Phil, of course, driving in Tier 1. Taking one or two wins last season, but nowhere near the current championship leader. Rafa and Melon in P2, and that's going to be Big Chef. And Dom is there up there. So consistent, Dom. And lucky to not be in any crashes. We need safety car in this lap. So let's have our eyes back on Tier 2. On the battle between Tigo and Peel. Because that's going to be the most interesting because, yeah, P6 for DNF. Nowhere close to become champion right now in this race in Imola. Safety car is indeed in the pit lane, and Buell not wasting any time, back on full throttle again, and this is the reset for Tigo, and all the way into Pintita. It was a decent start. Pintita 1.6 seconds behind DNF. No threat for the Williams driver, and Soda again sleeping just a tiny bit on the safety car gear start, and needs to defend off gap in the McLaren. Stuck in Aston Martin sandwich. Followed by DNF. Pintita paid the penalty. Airport lights out enjoy the pitch. And they fight as the pitch overtakes the Alfa Tauri. Hard against soft tires. And the next stop is gonna be Epo. Again, a battle for exits. The right-hander uphill, and indeed a bad exit from Epo, going a lot wider but closing the door on the front nose of Jordy Pitch. What about the exit? Ooh, Jordy Pitch, yep. It is a narrow track. A bit more top speed, but you can go side by side on every part of the track. Taking a small off tap, losing a bit of time. Heading into turn 14. Alex Mine heading wide. Slide up in the battle with Vin Solman and Vin Solman. Taking fastest lap, trying to shake off Tigo, Sora, Gap, Smooth Criminal, DNF, and Pintita. All of them will have DRS. But the pitch a bit hindered by the ghost of, I guess it's gonna be destroying. Yeah, it's destroying. Lights out is behind him. After that safety car restart, Ippo has managed to stay ahead of Jordy Pitch. End of the first few attacks. And now there is not much left in the tank for the Mercedes. Gap doing what he is best, staying within the white lines and fall down to last place in lap 1 and crawl his way back up to the top 5. And in doing so, he's clutching out, currently at least, P4 in the championship standings. The penalty only in P8 after his podium last week in Silverstone. DRS back enabled. Of how much use is it going to be? Yellow for Alex. Alex retiring as well. Alex was like, nah, fuck this. I'm retiring. I'm in P13. And Sports Criminal, Gap and Sora fighting for the last podium position. Yellow set the 1 and 2. That's for Destroy, I think. Is it indeed Destroy? Yes, it is. Using it in turn, yeah, it's turn 6 in the gravel. bit of oversteer for the McLaren of gap. But not losing too much time on Sora. Sora currently running in P3. If he finishes in this spot, he will be it will be his best points finish, as in the background DNF overtaking Smooth Criminal. Maybe 1 second to gap. Looking at the standings, I don't even see Sora. I guess that's the curse of Sora. Doing decent during the race, but not for the entire 50%. Yes, all the laps, so 32 laps. Another bit of oversteer for a gap. Sora looking fast, but as I said earlier, consistency is key, and that brings you up in the standings. DNF closing the gap to the front runners. Well, only Sora and Gap in the McLaren. And he's bringing Smooth Criminal with him. Barely. He will have DRS. Fastest lap for Buell. Still 6 laps to go, and he was heading for his first ever championship. Petita and Smooth Criminal fighting each other. Smooth Criminal overtaking Petita, head out of turn 4. And will be the best and only overtaking opportunity. Ooh, Petita going wide and Smooth Criminal with a big oversteer moment, which means they're back again fighting each other. Don't crash into each other, it would be a shame. P6, P7, decent points for both of them. And looking at the standings, where is Smooth Criminal in P7? Petita has had some bad luck. He's in P13. Vincent paid a penalty in battle between each other. Keeping it hard and fair. Finch using a penalty wide and give it back to position, and overtaking him again heading into turn 17. Lights Out is in there as well. Lights Out pressuring pay the penalty to go a bit faster on those hard tires. PT Smooth Criminal swapping positions again. And Lights Out can't get past pay the penalty as they both have DRS. And straight here, and Imola is just a bit too short. Use DRS to your full advantage. DNF still behind Gap, still behind Sora, and still miles away from Tycho and Buell. And still far away from Israel's championship. And what about Buell? Where will he end up in the standings after well, either P1 or P2, probably. He will be, well, P14, at least, yeah, at least P14. Ooh, Jordan Pitch retiring from the session, causing the 4th safety car. Hello, Winfrieda. What happened to you retiring? I couldn't see anything on my screen, and it was in turn 9, I believe. Not the place to doing my part. Yeah, causing a safety car for DNF. Well, he did gain about 6 places for after the safety car. And indeed, Tom Dipper had 4 safety cars already. Last time there were so many, it was in the race 1 in Miami. But it was a completely wet race. So I guess Imola is a difficult track, I guess. But yeah, is DNF gonna take any risk pitting? What are the front wheelers gonna do? It's still only 4 laps, probably 2 laps full of full racing. It's not really well. Biel staying out, Tiga staying out, Sora out, Gap out, oh, and Smooth Criminal into the pit lane. Taking the risk. Yeah, the penalty as well, but he's in P10. And the worst will be in P11. All with fresh tires, fresh soft tires, I guess, will pay the penalty. Yeah. He will overtake lights out easily. Lights out, no, never mind, lights out in the pit lane again. So, dark horses for a decent finish are gonna be Smooth Criminal, pay the penalty and lights out. Proximity heroes. Being red and a grey. That really sucks. And then I guess losing control over the car, over the rear end, onto the grass, and that's gonna be yeah, sliding over the grass into the walls. And retiring, sadly. But giving DNF the opportunity to go back to P6. I guess you have somewhat to check on for in this race. I think it's a difficult road ahead for DNF, but the field has punched up. He can take a lot of risk. Doesn't matter if he crashes out, he will still be in P2. And I'm hoping as well for the safety car to head in this lap before the end. Probably will. I think the next lap is going to be lap 30, so we will have lap 31 and 32 with all green flags. No DRS, I think. 2 laps for Biel to take home his first win. Take home the redemption arc after he got completely screwed over by the AI of, I believe it was Jay back in the Mercedes. In Silverstone heading into the pit lane, he lost about 30 seconds. Footage is in the last OGKROE news. You can see it all. Destroy indeed. Almost completely catched up. Only was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4 corners left before the message. Safety car in this lap. I will be racing 2 laps. 2 lap sprint. No DRS. Biel really so much damage in his tires. Indeed, safety car in his lap. So it is Biel dictating the pace. Dictating the pace and dictating when he will go full throttle. At least before start finish. Leaving a lot of space to Biel. I'm not sure why he is doing so. I'm looking for a cheeky early on throttle and getting a bit more speed, a bit more top speed at the end of the straight. It is indeed looking like it. But Buell probably using a lot of his battery, still staying ahead of the Alfa Romeo into turn 2. By a decent margin as well. It's gonna be 2 laps for Buell to survive. No mistakes, otherwise you're gonna end up outside of the top 5 probably. With everyone bunched up, and the soft runners indeed can take some risk. The penalty at the finish. Oh, love tapping each other. That's a couple already in P7. P8 for Peter penalties. Smooth criminal in P10. Finch having the worst of it all. 15 lap old hard tires against soft runners. You will lose that battle all day, every day. And oh, it's gonna be a 3-second time penalty for Tycho. Doing a DNF. Gaining a penalty in the last few laps. As he's pushing the car to get ahead of Buell. And now he has to push the car to stay 3 seconds ahead of everyone. Apo gaining 3 seconds. That won't really matter that much. Already out of the points, overtaken by Finch. And 1 lap left for Buell. Taking fastest lap as well. And who got fastest lap? No, that's the wrong buttons. Buell got fastest lap. 19.2. Don't see DNF taking away that point. I do see DNF. Whoa, DNF almost losing the car again, trying to overtake Gap. So close indeed. It's all gonna come down to the last few corners. Buell can't afford a mistake. Tycho can't afford a mistake. And DNF neither. Almost losing the car again, almost into the wall, losing another front wing. More costs, and the right side Petita heading wide with each other. Battling for P6. A few corners left, and Tycho will take home his first ever championship in OGKROE, and Buell takes home his first win in OGKROE. One corner, I guess, left, and then this is full throttle over start finish, and Buell even going faster for the fastest lap. And how far down is Tycho gonna drop? It's only gonna be P3 for Tycho. And Sora indeed a podium. No points scored so far this season. Last season he's like, alright, cool. Here's my podium, P2. Hippo driver of the day. But yeah, all eyes on the top 3. It is first ever win for Buell, first podium for Sora, and a first ever champion in Tycho. Taking home the win in P3 there is on the podium. And here are the results in the Buell, Sora, Tycho gap. Still a solid P4. All the way down from the back of the grid after a few laps. Ahead of DNF. DNF sadly still for the third time in a row. The runner-up at the end of the season. But he's shown a lot of improvement so far. Lights out, Pintita, Smooth Criminal, Ippo, and Finch closing out the points. And anticipated penalty, destroy Jordi pitch. DNFing, same for Alex, Winfrieda, Danino. And of course, as we all know, dodgeball. Oh, really a lot of congratulations to Tycho and Sora in the Discord and the YouTube chat as well. GG's. Sora really sweating off his balls in his seat. And that concludes Season 3, Tier 2. That will be the end of the tier 2 stream, and we will be back in 10 minutes for tier 1. It's gonna be quite a close battle at the top of the standings, because our championship leader Rafa can't make the race. Let me get the standings real quick. Rafa on 120 points. Melon 17 points behind Rafa. Let's say P1 or 2 minimum for Melon. And win the championship with 2 last races. If Melon takes the win home, he will have won every race, including the sprint. He has joined in OGKROE and completing the miracle comeback. But it's going to be in 10 minutes. So we'll head to the BRB screen, because we will be right back.
Nope. Ja. Nou, het klinkt alsof je aan de andere kant van de kamer zit. Ik denk zo. Ja. Was dat de eerste of de tweede? Volgens mij werd ik de eerste keer geraakt door Red Bull. What's your down? Oh, fuck. Momentje. Ja, dat is fucked. Hallo? Why? Beter? Zo? Hij kan hem nog wel meer gain geven, maar niet te veel. Zo wel, beter. En ik heb nu echt heel veel gain erop staan. Ik had eerst altijd 0, maar ja. Toen deed ik even dat ding uit en aan. En die audio interface. En nu ineens moet hij heel veel gain hebben. Weird. Hopen dat het niet halverwege ineens tering luid gaat worden. Zo. Wat doe je aankomend weekend tijdens de race? Want ik ben vrij namelijk. Nou, ik werk niet meer bij WebHelp nu. Klopt. Dus ik heb een tijdje geen werk nu. Dus ik dacht, kunnen we een chilldagje doen? Ja, het is niet in de avond toch, de race? Of wel? Nee, dit is in Spa. Ja, precies. Ja. Understandable. Je moet nog even je game streamen op Discord. Oh ja, sorry. Niet. Copy that. Oh, you can hear me on stream. I don't know if that was meant to be. Suddenly you hear the echo.
It is tier 1 in Imola. Oh, that's slam 3 done. What that's? Tier 2 championship has been decided. Tigo taking home the championship. Availability coming home in I don't fucking know where. The P5, P4. Well, how was your race?
Oh, it was quite obviously shit. Yeah, well, that's about it.
Yeah, it sucks really bad. And for some reason, RBS is fucking up my Discord and desktop audio as well. I guess that's why you were hurting yourself. But yeah, everyone is still in the pit lane.
Yeah, my game is stuck on the pit lane screen. I don't see any deltas or anything. Maybe someone else is that as well.
Oh, now it's back to 18 minutes. The timer.
Strange. Oh, yeah, I am in now.
Yeah, of course. EA bringing out an update, a patch. In Tier 2 we did not really have any bugs or glitches so far.
Oh, we had plenty.
I haven't seen anyone, luckily.
We had some weird Delta glitches again with the safety car. That we were in the same lap as the safety car, but somehow we still got Delta suddenly of 5 seconds, and we basically had to stand still.
Oh wow. And let me see if I can quickly fix the OBS issues. The user settings. Where is it? Output. I want it set to.
Devoni is about to get P1, mark my words. Well, that would spice things up, that's for sure. Because, of course, Rafa, the leader in the championship, is not here. So Mela needs to get at least P1 or P2, I believe.
Yep.
To snatch that championship from him. So, if Devoni gets to P1, then Mela needs to get to P2. And he only has one position to claim the title, and otherwise he would have had two. See who will cross the lines first.
Yeah, no, it's double. Oh, fucking hell. Why is OBS always being so shit?
Some technical issues. If it's not EA, it's something else. Anyway, there's always something.
Does this work? I don't know. No, it does not. Fuck my life. And then it's this up on.
Melon is off the track. I don't know what happened to him. He was on a flyer, but I guess he had some issues in turn 1 and 2.
No, this is not working.
On his way again. Well, Haley setting fastest lap at the moment, 1:16.3, already very close to the pole times from Tier 2. So that's a good starting point for the way gap, 1:17.5, definitely off the pace. And Devoni coming in with 1:17.1. Well, predicted was a P1 for Devoni, but it's not front row yet. Oh, got another yellow flag. And that is DNF off the track. Yeah, DNF spinning again. On his way back to the pit lane probably. Nathan putting in fastest time, 1:16.3. About 2/100ths of a second faster than Haley.
Without any practice for the last couple of weeks. Ouch.
Not bad at all.
Nope. Well, yeah. Audio should be sorted, at least for the live stream. I guess editing will be a bit more difficult because the audio track of desktop audio, so the game in Discord is not being separated at the moment.
But the audio was able to hear me?
Yeah,
or did I talk to myself? Would be the first time.
Yep, not for me as well. Happened to me a few hours ago.
Well, Starkonsi is in P5, followed by Dodgefall. who is apparently also in.
Yeah, 13 drivers here in Tier 1. A couple of
Only
Tier
one
2
on the
drivers
flyer.
to fill up the grid a bit. And, let's see, was it? Well, Gap, Dodgeful. Dream just joined us in Discord this evening. DNF and Tigo from Tier 2.
Yeah. Only flying guy on the track at the moment is Dom. Didn't validate his previous lap. So he's looking to set one on the board. At least a banker. So far I don't see a purple yet. That doesn't say anything, of course. A bit more information on my screen as well. Decent exits. And that's a purple sector 2. Very decent chicane as well. No validation this time. On his way to the second last corner. Important to get good rotation here on the way to the finish line. Gears open and it will be 1:17.0. Jumping to P3. We'll probably go back to the pit lane now.
Even with a purple second sector, only P3 and 7 tenths behind Nathan and Haley. That is quite the gap.
Sector 2 is not really the sector where the most time is gained. It's probably sector 1.
And Gloomy going 3 tenths faster.
Yeah, definitely. That's an amazing time for him. Setting the new benchmark.
16.0. With 10 minutes left. Pull up for Tier 2 was 15.9, I believe.
Tycho struggling a little bit on his flying lap. Being a mediocre exit out of the last chicane.
Still full of adrenaline after winning the championship in the Tier 2.
Yeah.
Now really up.
Oh, that's
against the big
a
boys.
great time. So, little bit of a mediocre exit out of that chicane doesn't really matter in the end.
Almost equaling his Tier 2 pole position time.
Yeah. Of course, the track is only improving. Of course, in Imola, you never know what the weather is going to do. So maybe it will be wet again.
Well, every fun race, every 5-lapper I did with the OGKROE drivers in Imola were wet. Every one of them. I don't know how, but I haven't had a single dry race on there.
Personally, I think this track is way more spicy if it's in the wet than if it's in the dry without that DRS. Trying to get mediocre. Well, doesn't matter. Tycho on the way back to his pit box probably anyway. Haley topping the time 1:15.6, jumping around 4 tenths under the time of Gloomy. Setting the new benchmark and grabbing the pole position at the moment.
DNF jumping to P8. 17.4 for him.
There must be more where that came from. Draconis jumping him for the P8 spot. Around 2 tenths faster. And that's yellow, sector 2 and 3. And that's the Ferrari of either Madden. Yeah, Madden. Or Diffen, sorry. That's Diffen, probably. Nope. He spun. The overheated timers now spun again after the chicane. Struggling on a flyer.
Nathan on the flyer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is indeed going
Something to
faster at
be
16-0. Purple sector 3. And behind Haley, 4/10.
Pony on the way, but the finish line does not improve. So at the moment, Dream still sitting on that 126.9, probably only did one lap. Is now on the way to the finish line.
And he is improving. Not that difficult to improve at 26.9. It is a 16.7. Up at
Almost like he did a lap in reverse or something. Not bad, P5. As 6 minutes are on the clock. Tries to probably look to get to the 1 or 2 laps more. And we're still waiting for the championship leader to actually set the time. He still has no laps that are not invalidated. Sorry, yes. P2 in the championship. But he does purple sector 1, so he's on the way. On a fruity, juicy lap. For his sake, I hope.
A fruity loop.
A fruity loop.
A channel in the Discord for him to to share his hot laps. He did not do so for the last race here in Imola. Not wanting to share his secrets.
Very early, I believe.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Yeah,
purple sector 2 as well for Melon. He did have a little bit of wheel spin coming out of the last chicane. Will it matter in the end? Only time will tell. Heading into the last corner. And now it's just flat, opening the rear wing and jumps to the front row pole position.
15-4. Yeah. 2/10 ahead of Haley. 6/10 ahead of Nathan and Gloomy and Tigo. And ooh, that's quite close. Tigo and Gloomy and Nathan. Half a tenth separating the 3 drivers, the Williams, AlphaTauri and Mercedes.
Well, let's hope the race will be close as well. So at least a good start for Melon. He does have a habit of putting in a lot of invalidated laps and then jumping to the front row.
Yeah, he did that in Silverstone. His last lap. No, poof, boom. Front row, I believe. If my brain is still working. DNF. Another attempt for setting a faster lap at least. 17.4, he can go faster. You would think the runner-up in Tier 2 would do a bit better, considering Tigo is in P5.
No. 3 minutes left. So if he fails this lap now, it will be very tight to get another lap in. Ooh, that's an invalidation and misses the corner.
Quite on time. He can still recharge his battery and go for another lap.
Cuts the chicane.
Okay. Not really allowed, but...
Sometimes chicanes are optional. Famous quote. Well, he is going to go into the pit lane. And I don't know how much time is left, but it probably wouldn't be more than 2 minutes. A little bit more than 2 minutes maybe. So he needs to get out immediately. 2 minutes, 50 seconds.
Yeah, there's enough time left for him.
Yeah. It was a little bit more dramatic than it actually was. Well, the yellow sector flags always are in front of the timer. Sometimes it's annoying.
Gap currently on the flyer out of the penultimate corner. 18. But heading into the pit lane. See, he won't get an improvement. Dodgeball did invalidate. Oh, there's an Alva Tauri. Next up is going to be Gloomy. Starting his hot lap.
I think the phony is also cooling down. I say he's on a flyer, but it really looked like he was pushing.
Now with
Yeah,
8
there we
tenths
go.
down on zone time. Gonna try again. Right now, we have less than 2 minutes on the clock. Same for Tigo. Looking if he can get on the 16-second mark as well.
Alpine of Nathan coming out of the pit lane, almost in the way of the phony. Just no contact.
Gabby
Good
retiring from
retiree.
session in the pit lane.
Yeah,
There's no way he won't go any faster than a 17.5.
Ooh, and that's
for
the Red
Dodgeball.
Bull of Dodgeball retiring. Don't know if he crashed. Does look like he did. Ooh.
Melon losing half a tenth on zone time through sector 1.
Yeah, I see Dodgeball in the wall, so he definitely crashed.
Not really surprised. Dodgeball in
Not
the wall.
surprised.
He did so in the qualifying and not in the race. I hope he won't do in the race. Won't do it in the race.
Taco on his way to the finish line, and he is improving to P3. Second row, about 2 tenths still under the time of Haley.
Melon invalidating his lap. It won't improve, so all eyes are going to be on Haley. To see if he can gain 2 tenths. It's quite a difficult task for the Alfa Romeo driver, but not impossible. Bouncing back from... Oh, never mind, he invalidated.
Yep, unlucky.
What about Nathan? Nope, Nathan is slower through sector 1. Gloomy already got a checkered flag. Oh, and that's Nathan invalidating.
Yeah, even slowing down
Don
as well.
won't improve. Dream. Oh, there is his front wing gone. The phony is a lot
Only
slower.
also
Diven.
slowing.
What about Diven? Diven is the only one still on a decent lap. In the corners behind DNF. What is DNF gonna do from P11 to... I don't know, P11? What about Diven? From P9 to P7?
Oh, DNF is gaining one
Yeah.
position.
Oh, there's DNF. It was Haley crossing the line. Yeah. P11 to P10. At least 8 points. Starting position.
Everyone
is-
got the checkered flag or has aborted their lap. So just waiting for them to retire or enter the pit lane. Yeah, Haley saying RIP invalidated final lap. Would have been 1/3, 15-3. Would have been pole, yeah.
I guess we'll
Is
never
what
know.
it is. You have to finish the lap before you can actually put it in.
Yeah, it's only David who needs to retire. But indeed, second is still in decent starting position for Haley. Of course, hoping to bounce back and with Rafa and Thiago Costa, Montero, Big Chef not here because of holidays or whatever. And Phil. Here's a decent shot for the podium. Starting from P2 is a decent starting position.
Yeah, well, still 1.7 tenths, not too much. So the pace is definitely there.
A dry start? What the fuck?
Yeah. Who would have thought?
That's not how it's supposed to be. It's looking a bit cloudy out there. So the track temperature will be a bit lower. So warming up the tires is going to be more crucial on the formation lap.
Yeah, the strategy will probably be either a medium or hard start. And drivers will probably be aiming for the one stop. Tire wear is not really detrimental on this track. Depending on the tire pressure, of course.
Is it hard to medium? Medium hard?
Yeah, I would expect something like that. Can take a quick look at the race director. That's not necessary as everyone is on the track and I see mediums on the front. I don't see anything else yet actually. And
Yeah, only
I
Timo
do
and
actually
DNF
have
started
some
on the soft
softs. So that might be a soft hard. Or they go for mediums. No, you can't go for mediums twice. I believe.
They might be hoping for another 4 safety cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, they are from Tier 2. Tier 2 and safety cars is quite a different story than in Tier 1.
True. The lack of experience in Tier 2. So Tier 2 is more prone to safety cars. We see most of the time we see less safety cars in Tier 1. And preferably none. But that rarely happens. I remember seeing the tire prediction graph at the start, but I can't really recall anymore what it said. I think what I said before is accurate.
Yeah, medium to hard, or either soft, medium, I guess. Or soft,
You can't go soft, medium because you don't have 2 sets of mediums.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know how that works. Maybe in the old game you got another set of mediums because in qualifying you used one. But now you have 4 sets of soft tires during qualifying. So I think 1 extra soft gets transferred to the race and not 1 extra medium. I think that's how it works. But I don't know that for sure. Also don't know if you can change the... Oh, what is this? This is Haley.
Just warming up the rear tires.
Interesting. And did she actually make it to the line?
Yeah, Melon did it.
She actually did.
Oh well, but the lights are turning on one by one. How long are they gonna be on before start? The last race of the season.
There we go. They're off on my screen, but they're not going yet.
Now they are on my
screen.
Very
good start. Very good start for Haley grabbing
P1 heading into turn 2 it is. 2, 3 and 4. Already a decent start for Haley. It's Diffin going wide into the gravel. DNF falling down to P7.
Yeah, and there's a crash. There's a collision between DNF and Diffin.
Well, by DNF. Where's Diffin? Diffin is still running.
Looked like one of the cars got forced into each other. Unfortunately, the cars are solid. So nowhere to go. But now
that's Tycho spinning out. In, what is it? Turn 9.
Oh, that's
One
both
down.
soft runners now in the back.
Yeah.
So
I
I
guess
guess
the soft is not
advantage
quite
gone.
cool. Another Ferrari clown strategy, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what Tycho is doing, but it looked like he just let DNF by.
No, you just return to the track a bit later.
Melon closed up to Haley again. No DRS yet. But of course, Slipstream very powerful here. And already looking to overtake on the second lap is on the outside. Going into turn 1. But
Two.
not alongside yet. And so Haley still defending and Melon still behind. And we know Haley is good at defending.
We've seen Haley defending on much older and much harder compounds in Silverstone in last race. That became did he gain the podium? I don't know. At least it was a top 5 finish. But Melon
not a
is
podium,
of
I
a different
think.
caliber. Melon is so much faster. And
He's definitely doing Rafa a favor.
Well, not really. Melon currently Melon in P2 is taking home the championship.
Ooh, little snap. And the sector 2 is yellow, and that is
That's Dom.
Yeah. He's now behind DNF. And behind Tycho. Okay. Looks like Melon is struggling in that dirty air. Which will result in a little bit of understeer. Being so close. Now Slipstream also, of course, also less powerful. So no move. Oh, this time, but Haley making a mistake and having a little bit of oversteer. And Melon now in the gearbox. But Haley manages to hold on.
Yeah, I think it's not really a corner to try and overtake in Imola without major
McLaren,
overspeed.
Causing a yellow flag. Is now in the back. Is he stuck in the gravel? He's struggling.
Let's
Get
continue with
out. There he was. Oh, Melon going a little bit wide, but getting a better exit anyway. There's another yellow flag, and that is DNF. Again on his soft tires. Still standing still. Now on the way again.
Yeah, really pressed escape. Wanted to retire from the session, but decided to not do so, I guess.
Oh, Melon is now close, and DRS is activated this lap, so that means that he is gaining on Haley. And Haley, oh, but he's now on the grass. Still, that overspeed is massive. And oh, but Haley is still there, and that's Melon around. And oh, that's Melon retiring.
GG, Rafa.
Just like that, the title rival for Rafa is out of the race. And that basically means that there's no other way than that Rafa is champion.
Yep. I guess. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
We definitely need to see the replay after the race. I don't know if that was collision caused by Haley, or that Melon did not respect that Haley was still there on the outside.
In the end, it doesn't matter. DNF changed intermediate just the rain is coming out, and the safety car is on track as well. Well, it doesn't even matter what happened.
And Haley spins.
Melon does not have a spare car, so it's Rafa taking home the championship while he's not even racing.
Yeah. Well, he's not racing. I don't know if he's watching, but if he is, then GG. No, I can't. Oh, but that is raining now as well, so the medium tires of Haley are completely gone, overheated as well. And now everyone into the pit lane to change those tires. And just like that, the weather changes.
I guess we do have
Like
rain in Imola.
predicted.
Always.
Grey sky. So there always was a chance of rain. And that also means that Haley is not gonna lose out massively for spinning. Under the safety car is of course not P1 anymore, but will be 3. Coming out of the pit lane. Oh, while we're waiting for the safety car, I'm gonna rewind the stream to see if I can maybe find a little bit more about that incident.
Diven got a drive-through penalty. He's in P2, but will fall all the way down behind OGKROE after he served his drive-through penalty. It's quite a shame because he gained 5 positions after the start. Devoni grabbing another 5 positions gap, again doing what he is best at. Starting or at least at the back of the grid after 1 or 2 laps. And slowly crawling his way back up on the grid. Really in P7. Oh, and it's Dodgeful retiring behind the safety car. I don't know what he did. Looks like he lost his right front tire. What could only have happened with a collision. Another bad race for Dodgeful. Oh, and OGKROE retiring as well. Why?
Looks like Haley is the one at fault. I don't really have a good angle, as it was of course the race director angle. It does look like Haley turned in and the right wheel was just in the trajectory of Melon, who probably did not have anywhere else to go. So I don't know if, yeah, it's just difficult to judge.
No, after only 6 laps, we already have 3 retirements. Your only job right now as a driver out there and on the track is to make it all the way to the end and you will have guaranteed points.
Well, of course we know that Haley did not do it on purpose. And we also don't really know who is really at fault at the moment. So we'll just have to see after the race. But that's of course incredibly unfortunate for Melon, who was basically holding all the cards. And the only risk was a DNF. And unfortunately that happened. It is what it is, can't really do much about it anymore. Safety car is gonna be in this lap. Be Gloomy leading Diffen and Haley.
Diffen will be out of there as soon as possible with his drive-through penalty. He'll be at the next lap.
Yeah.
Serving it.
I actually missed that drive-through penalty. Did that? Was that because of? Oh, was this? This is legal overtake from? No, this. And yep, that is Gloomy away, completely catching everyone off guard.
Wow, and it's a masterclass safety car restart. Yeah. What about Haley? Haley is tied up in a fight with.
Oh, and there's 2 cars going straight.
Yep,
and now the phony on the left side of Haley overtaking. Oh, snap over Haley as well. And there's completely no temperature in those tires, missing the braking point, overshooting the corner, just going straight through the gravel. So that is a gap of 2.4 seconds to the leader now.
Gap with elbows wide as well against Tigo and DNF and Nathan. Yes, everyone's struggling still with tire temperatures. Sliding all across the grid. That's Gap.
Oh no.
Losing the rear end, sliding back onto the track. Trying to evade everyone in front of him, but in doing so he touches the barrier. Losing a piece of his front wing and either a Haas or one of the AlphaTauris was caught in that. Yep, it was the AlphaTauri of Dream who lost his front wing. Completely gone. What about Dom's front wing? Is it still up there? It is, without damage.
Doesn't look like any damage, yeah.
And Haley is having a bad safety car restart on those wet tires. Falling down behind Nathan.
He's struggling.
Divin going to the pit lane to serve his drive-through penalty.
Well, Haley is not giving up on that position, still fighting Nathan. Nathan is going to be on the outside, and we know what happened before.
Yeah, but then it was Haley on the outside and turning in.
Yeah. And space will be there.
Yeah.
And Nathan having to forfeit that position.
It's going to be a battle for the last podium position in Haley, Nathan and Tigo. DNF can catch up as well.
Yeah, Nathan also struggling a little bit with that exit there. Oh, and this is the yellow sector 1, and that is a Ferrari, and that must be Divin. And oh yeah, he is definitely struggling with getting out of the gravel trap there.
And so far, a massive gap already between the Gloomy and the Phony. P1 and P2, 3.7 seconds. And no threat from behind so far. Haley losing time, trying to defend off Nathan. And Tigo, DNF struggling just a tiny bit to get close without using the help in DRS.
At the moment, Devoni is in a little bit of no man's land. It's really interesting to see how he catches up. But the prediction that Devoni was going to get P1, chances definitely improved now. I don't know. Yeah, he gained 7 positions, so definitely the biggest winner at the moment, and the biggest loser is of course Melon. No way around that. Losing 12 positions and the championship, all in one corner. Looks like the DNF is also struggling to keep up with Tycho and Nathan in front, dropping out of that 1 second.
He's never been really close. He's been bouncing up around 9/10 and 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, definitely difficult in these rainy conditions. And looking at the weather, probably not going to end anytime soon. Of course, we don't have that information, unfortunately, Codemasters.
Oh, hold up,
is
he going to the
Tycho
pit lane.
in the pit lane. Is that gonna be hard wet tires? Yep, that's the wet tires coming out for Tycho. And he is the first one making that gamble. And to me, it doesn't really look like that's a bad decision, as it is raining hard. But once again, we don't have the information really. Gloomy doesn't really look like he is struggling. Creating a bigger gap every lap. It's now at 4.2.
Because Stefani is losing time to everyone behind him. Stefani losing time to Gloomy, not Gloomy gaining any time. Using his skills.
Oh, that is definitely sliding around. So Gloomy is struggling on those inters as well. So, locking up in the chicane. So judging by that, I guess it is definitely time for those wet tires. We'll see. First one will cross the pit lane, locking up again, Gloomy. Is he going to make the call to go for wets? I
Nope,
guess
not
not,
yet.
because he is going on, continuing. What about the phony? Also not going into the pit lane. And no one is actually going into the pit lane. Oh, Taiko actually struggling, coming out of that chicane. Still spinning hard. So let's compare the locking up as well. Taiko definitely struggling, so maybe making a mistake after all. Meanwhile, Haley gained about half a second on the phony. Is now very close. Oh, but oversteer. And that drops her all the way down to a second.
And he's raining a lot harder, and you could see the pools of water at the side of the track. Only a few more laps and it will be... It has to be wet tires.
Yeah, definitely.
Conditions.
Yeah, conditions are definitely getting worse and worse. And now that we are almost into the next lap, I'll see if I can grab some lap data information. See what Taiko did.
Gloomy is still staying out. Same. Ooh, did another oversteer snap for Haley, but
Yeah.
she can catch the car in time. Not losing too much time to the phony in front. DNF is into the pit lane.
28 first sector, 31 second sector, and Taiko struggling. Sorry, it was Haley. And Nathan getting a 3 seconds. DNF to the wet tire. So at the moment, judging by Taiko's time and comparing that to Gloomy, it's definitely not too much of a difference. Maybe even worse. An
Tigo
early
has
call
gained time on
can...
DNF, overtaking him. The wet tire has been faster for Tigo compared to DNF on the intermediates. .2 seconds, currently the gap between DNF and Tigo. Champion and runner up in tier 2. Haley still struggling to get past the phony. Imola, hard track to overtake in dry conditions. Even harder in these wet conditions. As Haley continuously gets oversteer snaps out of turn 18. I don't know how much longer their tires are gonna last. And with a bad exit, with that oversteer out of turn 18, it does mean Haley has no chance to try and overtake the phony into turn 2. Especially not with still wet conditions, no DRS. And they keep losing time to Gloomy. 7 seconds already the gap.
Yep, definitely flying actually. So it's not that Gloomy is slow at all. But now it looks like everyone is really struggling on those inters. So I look at the times, definitely dropping. Constant lockups. Also, I don't know if you have the glitch as well, but when I swap to some cars, it looks like they are revving the car to explosion.
No, not for me.
Well, Gloomy is still continuing on those tires, even though his time's definitely dropped.
And another oversteer snap from Haley out of turn 18.
Actually,
And-
5 tenths slower than his previous lap, and then lap before 4 tenths slower. So it's definitely very bad conditions at the moment. But they just don't want to risk it. Gloomy is continuing.
Dream gets a 3-second time penalty. Trying to
And
push
that
his
is
car to
Gap
overtake
around.
Div. And yellow in sector 2. That is going to be for Gap. And the guy Bull
Yeah.
losing it out on the right hand uphill
Yeah, and that's his
corner.
front wing.
Front wing gone as well. He's going to struggle to get back into the pit lane. Even though front wing, wet conditions, intermediates. They're looking like the worst tire at the moment. At least for some drivers. Because Gloomy still staying out. Still getting ground to the phony and Haley losing a bit of time. Nathan somehow lost a second in the last couple of seconds.
Oh,
Might have made a mistake.
I
Probably made a
compared,
mistake. Yellows. Ooh,
oh,
Dream
yes.
retiring from session in sector 1. And causing a
that is
physical
safety car.
So, Gloomy, are you still
That must
staying
be-
out or not?
It must be everyone into the pit lane, right? And now Gloomy is also basically standing still, so he must have had that Delta glitch as well. So is he going to go into the pit lane? And
Yeah, he is.
No,
No, he's not.
he's
Okay.
not going into the pit lane. And
Interesting.
what is
about
the
the
phony
guys?
going to do?
The phony. The
Going
phony's-
in? Yes, the phony is going.
Yeah, the phony.
And that's 5 seconds.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to happen. That is what does new inters for the phony? New inters for Nathan as well, and for Dome.
Gap
so
chose
no
for
wets.
new inters as well.
So judging by that, I suppose inters are still the better tire comparing the times of Tycho and Gloomy with each other. Tycho was slower in every lap, except the out lap.
Yeah, they're going back to the pit lane. Tigo and DNF.
Yeah, so what tire was the mistake?
The inters. And DNF is still sticking with the blue tires.
Strange. That must be a mistake. Forgot to change the tire, maybe. I don't know.
No, DNF always chooses a different tire compared to his competition.
Oh, Hurley is now catching up to Gloomy. Will be behind him once again. And Nathan and the phony still the only one with penalties, so they have some racing to do to remove that gap, to clear that penalty.
Probably won't be that big of an issue because they were looking a lot faster than everyone behind them.
Judging by Tycho being 34 seconds behind, of course after the pit lane that is, so probably be looking at around 15 to 25 seconds.
Dom was diving back into the pit lane while he already had a new set of intermediates.
Yeah, don't
And
know why
he
that
is going for
Actually,
another set of inters?
Others. I don't know why he did it. Oh, he had damage. Front wing is
Ah.
also getting changed. Okay.
Where's Tigo?
Must have hit something.
It was a free pit stop.
Yeah. Will come out ahead. And in the background you see the other cars approaching.
Only had another lap or two. Safety car.
Yeah.
But,
So I'm curious what the DNF will do. Was it actually planned that it was on the wets? Because if he boxes again, I guess he doesn't lose out too much, as he is second last at the moment and also clear of gap.
yeah, by a minute.
Definitely can fix that if it was indeed a mistake. Strange how Gap is a minute behind.
He lost the car, lost his front wing, and had to go to the pit lane. Change it right after, right before the safety car came out. We lost a lot of time in that.
Yeah. Well, now that everyone is almost caught up to the safety car and DNF doing interesting lines through the chicane. We are still not racing. So DNF is going to pit. If he will, then he will do it now. And he is standing still. So probably having a delta issue. And continuing, so he is not going to change those tires, so it does look like it's planned. Multiple cars actually standing still on the straight, so that issue is definitely happening to everyone. It does seem to happen on the start-finish straight. Rather odd.
Well, nothing is odd anymore in this game.
Hey. Meanwhile, my cat is destroying a chair.
At least we're already halfway through, and only one safety car so far.
Yep.
No problems with the timer. Indeed, safety car in this lap.
Yep. This is the second one though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This one was a bit longer than the previous one, I think. Mainly
Yeah,
because back in the DNF almost we're ending another car misses by a inch.
Gloomy deciding when to go on neutral again. Standing water outside of the racing line. Won't be any good for overtaking.
Yep, and oh, there we go. Gloomy is away, and Haley sleeping a little bit. Just about 2 tenths, and
The Phony and Nathan are not sleeping. They're so close up to the gearbox of Haley. But the Phony is trying it into turn 2, sticking it on the outside.
oh, and that's contact. Oh no,
Yep, that's Haley
this
gone.
time it's Haley.
I guess Karma is a bitch. Don't
Yeah, I guess
oversteer
so.
Snap. And where's Haley? There's Haley.
Yeah.
Still ahead of Gap. The Gap was lapped.
That's just the nature of that corner. It's so difficult to overtake someone and go 2 cars wide through that chicane.
Ooh.
And now
David going
Gloomy
straight,
is going
locking up.
slow. What? Why? What happened? Well, nothing much, I guess. Gloomy continuing. Always looked like everyone was going slow, but I guess that is just the rain. Well, and Gloomy locking up, big time.
And the Phony gaining loads of time out of the
Yeah.
last chicane out of turn 15.
On my screen it looks like Gloomy's refs are going crazy. Ooh. Almost sliding across the corner. The fun now. Almost looks like Gloomy is struggling to upshift.
Yeah, he's shifting as always. Oh no, that's Melon. He's gone.
Yeah.
DNF on those wet tires. Trying to overtake Nathan. Nathan still has it, still knows how to defend cars. Especially against Imola. The track helps.
The Phony is going side by side, and oh, that is contact. And is Gloomy spun around? No, not yet, but the Phony is getting a little bit of gravel on his tire. But still, he did stick the overtake. And here, once again, it looks like Or at least it sounds like Gloomy is struggling with his gearbox, but that might only be the game. But definitely the pace that Gloomy had before is gone. It's not what it was.
10 lap intermediates for Gloomy.
Yeah. Oh, that's a snap for Gloomy now. And that's only good for the phony, who still needs to clear 5 seconds. And Nathan also very close behind Gloomy now. And DNF is also not far behind. So pace difference between the wet tire and intermediate doesn't look like it's too much. As DNF is still with the pack. And then coming up onto the straight. Nathan not blasting his ERS, and Gloomy isn't either. It means that neither car is really gaining anything on the other. Nathan a little bit of oversteer. Sliding. Means that DNF is very close to him now. Front row seat to the sponsorships on the rear wings.
Sofina. No clue what Sofina is.
I have no idea either. But it does look nice on the rear wing. Oh. The phony cleared almost 2 seconds on Gloomy. It's 3 more seconds to go. And he wants to claim that first position. It would also be his first victory. He manages to bring the car home. And DNF and taking an interesting line and also cutting the corner because of that. Cleaning 3 seconds. But nonetheless, still close to Nathan, who already had 3.
Yeah, Nathan will be happy with DNF taking 3 seconds.
Yeah, well, so far very good performance for DNF though. In Tier 1, P4. Of course, the fastest of the fastest drivers are not here, nonetheless. Meanwhile, Diffen and Dom also not too far away of the front runners. Especially Diffen, maybe fancying an overtake at some point. Is within the half of a second of the car ahead. But now DNF is
taking a wide line,
so
a bit more
close
speed out
and
of the turn.
is
Diffen almost losing the car into the barrier.
DNF oversteering, and it is a little bit of contact, but no crash or anything. Just a little bit of wheel banging. Means Nathan is still ahead. Just a little bit of understeer for DNF caused him to go wide. A bit too wide. So it's so difficult to say which tire is better. Because coming out of the corners, it looks like DNF is definitely struggling on that traction a little bit more. Somehow he is able to get close again. At Williams' car. And now to start finish straight once again. Will be Gloomy, followed by Nathan, followed by DNF. DNF now with overspeed, definitely overspeed on Nathan. Is going to try it on the inside. Does not have the space though, it does not have the room. That's not gonna run out of room. Not yet. Nathan sticks it. It's just such a treacherous corner. So far, Nathan does look like he is. Oh, what is this? This is Nathan going wide, but letting DNF by. It almost looks like. Not sure what happened there, or is that just Nathan making a mistake? It's just a weird mistake.
Yeah. Sliding wide into turn 7.
Well, it's a free position for DNF. Pretty sure he's happy with that one. Maybe. Oh, and that's in front, the Gloomy struggling on the traction. It means that DNF able to get... Oh, but now that's definitely a corner cut for DNF. And we can't have a lot of those.
Already has 3 seconds time penalty.
Yeah, that was
So,
that was indeed a track limit warning.
Probably yeah, both Dom and Devin jump DNF and Nathan.
Yeah, at the moment it looks like they will. But DNF is now not incredibly far away from Gloomy. And, you know, the phony only has to clear 1.2 seconds on Gloomy to gain... Oh, but now DNF lost a little bit of traction out of... what was it? Turn 4? I don't know the turns. And now lost a significant amount of time to Gloomy. Definitely was close before. Well, Dom is also incredibly close to Nathan. So Nathan, he's trying. Oh, and Nathan has a lock up. But oh, and struggles on the grip as well. Snapping oversteer. Sorry, I'm spectating Dom and not Nathan. It does look like the gear issue is a in-game issue. As Dom
Devin tries
locks
to
up.
overtake Dom into the last chicane. Almost a side... what the fuck? A side collision with the house.
And Dom locks
Standing
up
on
again.
himself.
Then he lost the tires. But it looks also like the rain is settling down. Doesn't look like it's that bad anymore. Really gaining 3 seconds. It's 14 seconds behind Taiko. So not where she wanted to be.
Yeah. After he spun out, he has shown his true pace again. 13 seconds behind Tivo in P8.
Someone's saying that someone destroyed the bollard in the pit lane, so Phony wasn't able to see where to brake. Oh, that is unfortunate. Melon having recovered from the crash, saying enjoy the championship. Next season I will be there every race. So basically,
DNF
what is
spins.
this? It's a collision between DNF and Nathan.
DNF spun
Yeah.
on exit, on throttle. Probably taking Nathan with him. At least that's what I
That
saw.
definitely looked like it. That he got caught up in the crash. Yeah. Melon basically saying something we say in Dutch: maak je borst maar nat. Make your chest wet. Literal translation.
Yeah. Don't think that's really PG-13.
We'll see what happens next season if Melon is indeed gonna come through on his word. And now, the phony almost cleared those 5 seconds. 4.8. With almost 1.5 tenth left.
And DNF loses his gear end
Yep.
again. Into the grass. Don't use track limits. Will be a hefty penalty right now.
No.
As it is seen on stream, so it will be spotted.
DNF in the wall,
Almost.
motivation in the wall probably.
Yeah.
Oh, this is never mind. Spectating Dom is interesting with some of his connection issues. First looked like he was going to hit the wall, but of course he didn't.
I guess both Alfa Romeo's don't know how to drive it in the wets. Haley spinning out again.
Nathan gaining another 3 seconds.
Time penalty.
And it's he's
9 in
currently on
total.
9. I missed the second 3 seconds. Well, must have happened when we collided with DNF, maybe. Who's to say?
No, probably way before.
I definitely see a struggle, and Dom now is very close to Gloomy, who was the leader for a long time and is now struggling hard on those old tires, on those old intermediates on 21 laps, and Dom is on 10, so he has the advantage of 11 laps. Means so much more grip. If you just look at the difference between Devoni and Gloomy, then you see that the tires of Gloomy are incredibly dead. And it's only a matter of time before Dom can make a move, and that might actually be now, as Gloomy made a mistake. And that is Dom indeed passing Gloomy into the chicane, and Gloomy locking up as well, so not able to challenge. The game tricked us again with making it look like Dom had a little bit of oversteer, but of course he didn't.
Both Alfa Romeo's are on the dry tires.
Oh, that is interesting, as the track doesn't look like it's quite there yet, but you never know with the games. It does look like they are definitely struggling. Don't know what DNF is doing, but he is fourth gear on the straight. Oh, probably just took a gamble, and oh no, Haley's definitely struggling. And oh yeah, definitely that is almost Haley in the wall, so it's no time for
the track dried up in about 4 or maybe 5 laps in tier 2.
Yeah, that's true. Under the
And
safety
it's
car,
still raining,
started, yeah.
so the track won't be dry at the end of the
You
race.
never know. You never know. Maybe they got an interesting mark call. Who knows? Maybe Jeff came back for another day at the job. Got some interesting strategies once again.
No. Going to dry tires in these collisions is just idiotic.
Well, you never know. It does look like something that Ferrari would do. Also being a Ferrari sister team. Not really a sister team, but an engine supply team.
It's absolutely not a sister team.
You know what I mean.
It only has a Ferrari engine.
A little bit of influence.
Nah.
Well, the conditions are definitely going a little bit better, but it doesn't look like it's anywhere near dry. And after this lap we have 4 laps to go. 30, 31 and 32. I actually have to correct myself. At the start I said 31 laps, but it's actually 32. So 1 lap more.
Nope, that's DNF or Haley. No, but it was Haley just almost sticking into the wall after he got lapped. She got lapped.
Oh, but Dom is actually within the 5 seconds window of the phony at the moment, so that might actually be spicy between those two drivers. If Dom can actually snatch the victory away from the phony at the last moment, it will probably be a highlight for Dom's career in the OGKROE League, being its first win, I believe, right? Yellow third sector, that is a Alfa Romeo standing still,
Haley.
and that's probably Haley. Well, even if you finish the race at the moment, you still get a point.
But she does get beaten by a tier 2 driver.
Yeah. Well, at the moment is Dom at 4.8. Once again, just a bit closer just now. Divin actually gaining some time to Gloomy as well. Gloomy is definitely struggling hard. And Haley into pit lane, probably retiring.
And no, retiring over start finish, causing a safety car.
Wow. That's strange.
Or just no. Just lost the
No.
front wing. Standing still and can continue.
Strange. Oh, and Haley standing still. Probably the Delta glitch again and gets overtaken by Gap.
Yeah, Haley overtook Gap.
Maybe
Monster
illegal
finish.
overtake. Well, that definitely sucks for the phony. With that 5 seconds penalty, will probably drop down multiple positions after the safety car. That will likely be 2 laps if nothing is going to change. I don't see anyone pitting, not even Gloomy. Don't see why they would. Okay, never mind. The phony heading into the pit lane.
I do see DNF and Haley pitting. They need to with those wet, dry tires.
Well, it's probably gonna be 1 or 2 laps after this safety car. So the phone is removing that 5 seconds now. Definitely not a win for him today. But now it's gonna come down to Dom. And actually Gloomy is lucky. Cars behind him, also in the pit lane, means that Gloomy will come out P3 and means that he does not lose a position. And is actually in a solid position now.
Nathan is taking the risk on the soft tires.
Don't see why that would work, but maybe. Yeah. It would definitely be fun if we could get a little bit more information about the race while spectating. But Codemasters never listens to our cries for help.
Yeah, I guess probably because of stream sniping for the esports drivers.
Yeah, that's true. That's just information that the race engineers would give people, like weather conditions.
Safety car
Or oh, that is indeed a very short safety car. Means probably that multiple cars will not catch up. Being Tycho, Nathan, DNF will not be anywhere near the restart. Means that their chances of more points probably gone. Of course, they can try and overtake each other. But now Dom is coming to the straight and he is already going onto the throttle. And Diffen not sleeping, but he was a bit far away at the start anyway, so there is a gap. Means that
the phony already catching up to Gloomy into the turn 2 at the inside. And that is overtaking the tire driver.
But they're still there. Gloomy touching the phony with the left front wheel. And that's an incident that we have seen multiple times before. That's just the nature of the corner. You just have to respect the other car, otherwise it's just not going to work in there. And Diffen now close up a little bit to Dom, but still has to pass, of course. Both cars having an insane amount of ERS left. So if Dom makes a move, Diffen will probably take the win. The other way around as well. But now Diffen is... Oh, but that is Diffen with a penalty. And that's 3 seconds that he needs to clear now, which means that Dom has to get a penalty as well, or crash out or something. And oh, now Diffen is in Dom's gearbox. And that slipstream will, of course, be so powerful. And he will already be past him. And Dom will forfeit the position.
Dom knows he doesn't need to overtake, or need to defend the position to Diffen. He needs to defend to the phony.
Yeah.
Because the finish is only 1 lap later.
Yeah, that is
using all his battery, he can still stay within that 3-second window to Diffen.
Yep.
He only needs to defend to the phone. He needs retiring.
Yeah. He spun out.
Turn 9.
Yeah. This looks like Tom is holding all the cards, but he needs to stay close, of course. 3 seconds is 3 seconds. You never know what happens.
And barely a second gained for Diffen through sector 1. But the phone is really pushing Dom. So it might even be Dom. Which count? Oh no, never mind. Devoni and both Gloomy and Devoni going wide out of turn 9 or 10. So there won't be that big of a threat anymore in his last lap for Dom. All Dom needs to do is blast all his energy to stay.
Oh, that's actually Devon.
Devon, an oversteer snappy.
Yeah.
Still staying ahead. Still will cross the line in probably first place. But will not end up in first place in the standings.
Smart.
Only 2 corners. Turn 18. Full throttle through turn 19.
Yeah,
and it is
definitely
Rafa
Dom
taking home the championship. Dom taking his first podium. Devoni. First win. My bad. Devoni the first podium. And Gloomy with a first podium as well, I think. Probably. Because I have too many fast drivers in here that snatch away every podium position. Tigo retiring at the end of the race. Well, and DNF already got a checkered flag because he got lap and gap in P7.
So how does that work then? DNF overtakes Tycho though?
No.
No. Weird. Okay.
DNF did 1 last lap. And got the checkered flag. So he sits behind Tigo, even though he crashed out.
Oh.
We're the same situation in Singapore between Alex and JP Gaming.
That's always strange to see. I guess that's just how it works. Looking at the track now, it does look like it's drying up, but doesn't really matter anymore.
Dom driver of the day. Completely deserved.
Solid race. Always out of nowhere, this guy.
Yeah.
Incredible. And we can actually talk to Rafa after, of course, the podium ceremony. Who's actually able to speak with us about how he took home this championship. Maybe we can even talk to Melon as well. Talking about how he lost this championship. And hopefully we can get Dom in here. Because it must be a highlight for him. Well, definitely not a podium that you see every race, every week. But sometimes it's interesting to have a spicy ending to a race, and this is definitely a race that will go down in history, maybe a controversial one, for multiple reasons. Just the nature of the track as well. I think a little bit of to do with it. A lot of penalties scored as well today, and no doubt there will be definitely some penalties added at the end of the race due to tickets. Because it was definitely not incident free. But in the end, Tom winning the race got followed by Devoni for P2. Or Gloomy. No, Gloomy got P2. And Devoni got P3 then, right? Actually skipped through.
Dom took the win, Devoni P2, Gloomy P3. That's different, Tigo, DNF, Gap, Haley, Nathan, and Dream, Dodgeful, Currency and Melon. The last 4 retiring.
Right. Well, let's see if we can actually get Rafa in here.
The Rafa's not. Oh, there he is. Yeah, there he is online.
Waiting for him to join the voice so I can move him. Dun, dun. There we go. Let's move him. And there he is. On his holiday, I believe. I'm not sure. Wasn't able to race today, but I guess in the end it didn't matter because he took home the championship anyway. We are talking to Rafa. Can you hear us? Don't know because I cannot hear him. Do you hear him, Michael?
No. Yeah, I hear some sounds.
Yep. Hello,
No
Rafa.
talking.
Earth to Rafa. Yep. Still, I only saw his microphone circle moving, but no sound coming out. Fortunately. No. I'm apologizing. Bad internet connection, I think he's saying. I don't know. I'll just ask him to try and fix it. Maybe we can speak to him at a later moment.
Yeah. Get Tigo in here. Of course, tier 2 champion.
Yep. All right. Let's get him in here. Guy that took home tier 1 on the track. DNF also crashing out might have helped him a little bit with the championship, of course, eliminating his rival. And I hope he can hear us. We are
Yeah,
talking.
I can. Yeah, I was having a conversation that I just got like I don't know.
We just
pulled
got
out of the channel.
pulled out, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Those were some races. Well, let's not talk about the tier 1 stuff, but yeah. No, I don't know. Congratulations to Biel first of all on the tier 2 win, and who was it? Aston Martin on the podium. I forgot. I saw. Yeah, I wanted to overtake him on the final lap, but I got the penalty, and I was like, nah, well, wasn't really worth it. But that was a fun race, and like the tier 1 race, I feel like I had the pace because it was obviously quite competitive, but then it was just fuck up after fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. So I don't know, not much to say, I guess.
Well, fuck up after fuck up. At the end, you took home the championship. Big congrats to you, of course.
Thank you.
Touching
Thank
it
you.
at the end. But your main rival, DNF, any thoughts on him and his career? Maybe in tier 1. Where do you see him end up the next season?
Is he going to tier 1?
He's trying. He has been the runner-up for 3 seasons so far.
I just heard that he was like trying to stay out of tier 1 with all his might, but no, that at least that's what I heard. No, he would. I think, yeah, definitely, he would be competitive. You know, it was a great rival, very consistent, very quick. So, he was very tough to compete against. So, it would definitely be quick, yeah. And no, I won't be there next season. Maybe the season after, but yeah, whether he does tier 2 or tier 1, he will be competitive for sure. And yeah, wish him the best of luck.
Nice. Well,
thank
great
you very much.
Sportsmanship between the two biggest rivals in tier 1. Tigo, once again, congratulations for taking home the championship. You will get a place in the Hall of Fame if we still have that. Yeah, we still have.
Yeah, I saw it.
Of course, you will have it as soon as the final results are out later this week. Thank you, Tigo, once again for racing, and best of luck next couple of weeks, months, and we'll see you right back.
Thank you, and have a nice evening.
You too.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Then Rafa saying he's unfortunately not able to join us because of bad internet connection, but he wanted me to put through a message saying that he really wants to thank the league and the drivers for the races, especially Big Chef, Melon, who were the drivers that pushed him to the limit, and Leicester's esports teammates Light Out and Sim Racing to keep pushing him. And yeah, he wanted me to put that through.
Awesome.
So
nice words from
some words from our champion.
The champion. You will get a Hall of Fame position as well. Dethroning Phil for tier 1 championship. I don't know if Phil is going to be happy about that, but more fuel for him for this field to bounce back even stronger in next seasons.
Yeah.
If there's someone else we can get in here for,
Yeah.
of course, Dom.
Get in Dom. Yeah.
Who is
There
it?
he is.
Montero was meant to race today. I don't know.
Peter
Oh.
once again pulling Dom
Yeah,
away
we did
from the
once
conversation.
Got
Yeah.
I thought someone had shared the screen or something.
Oh well, Dom, doing what you're best at, staying on track, and this time taking home the win instead of the guy on the podium. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, and I think I actually got one overtake today. So there we
At
go.
least one.
Easy.
Yeah, well, finally
Easy.
taking home a win. I did not do the math, but looking at the standings,
That's P3, I think.
yeah, I think you overtake. Yeah, Big Chef. You only needed 20 points for that.
Yeah.
73 and 25.
I think I was saying yesterday or whenever, like, if I win, then I can get P3 as a joke. I didn't actually think I'd win, especially with the lack of practice. I've put like loads of practice into a lot of the races this season and got all right results. And then this is the one track that I've basically not practiced at all, and it's the one that I do best at. So I might have to rethink my strategy for next season, practice-wise. Just go in blind, not practice the track at all, and then get the best result.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be pretty interesting next season, since Melon will be racing from the start. Big Chef will be joining more races. Creamy will be back again. Where do we see yourself next season? Top
Back
three
at
again?
midfield mediocrity, no. Back in the midfield, back fighting for P10, P9, P8. Yeah, I think we got P2 in constructors as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see standings.
Pass. Where did Diffin finish?
Ooh,
Was it P3 or P4? He had the penalty.
see it is P4.
Yeah.
Nothing, and she only needed 6 points. P4 is 10. Yeah, you take indeed second as well in the constructors.
Yeah. Good day overall.
Yeah. Well, good job in
Just
that.
need Liverpool to smash United now. Then it's a fantastic day.
What is the standings really?
1-0 to United at the moment.
No fucking way. How?
No idea. Maguire isn't playing. That might be it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Minute 16, Jadon Sancho. Oh. Well, Liverpool 50. Okay, yeah. Lucky goal, I guess, for United.
Yes. The driver interview has a way different direction.
Man United winning a game against Liverpool is pretty important. Since
Yeah,
Brighton won against United, so I guess Liverpool is worse than Brighton.
United will be on more points than Liverpool.
Wasn't United a meme team? Like, weren't they a whack? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. United 1-0 against Liverpool. Dom taking home a win at the end of season 3.
Yeah, some
I guess
new
it'll be it.
interesting facts for Michael's weekend show.
Yeah, that was cool news. Quite interesting. Especially with all the drama that happened on track. And looking at the tickets,
Yeah.
it's going to be a long night.
Long night. Yeah. Well, cheers, Dom. Thanks for talking.
Yeah, well, thanks to both of you for commentating this season and organising everything. And
Happy to do it.
yeah, keep it up.
Definitely will.
Come back and go back to your conversation, and we'll see you next season.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you too, mate.
I love Liverpool losing against United. Looking at the time, we don't really have any time anymore left. For anything else, we have had the winner, the champion, both champions in some way. Would have been glad if Mellon was in there, but well, yeah, he lost the championship after a collision with Haley.
Yeah, he's probably on his way to the pub.
Yeah,
drowning in his sorrow.
But
probably not.
we will end it here. Season 3. Calendar reveal, lineup reveal, everything will come in the coming weeks. We will have a 1 week break for the admin team to organize everything again, sort out some things, and then I think we'll be back. And
September 5th, right?
I believe so. Yeah, September 5th will be the first round again for season 4. So 2 weeks break, 2 weeks, and then we'll be back. And we'll be live again, because in 10 seconds the stream will end. Okay, the penalty.
9,
Any words?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.